Okay.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Here we are. It is a rainy Sunday morning here in Oregon, which is just classic December weather. So here we are. It's December 20th, and we've had an exciting week. To start, it was my birthday week, which was really fun. But it was exciting in more ways than one. So why don't you tell us?
Yeah, some ways it's not the best of excitement. We actually had an attempted
Robbery?
burglary, break-in,
Yeah.
whatever you want to say. They didn't break in, but they were checking doorknobs and, opening the cabinets in our carport and opening our vehicles and those types of things.
They did take stuff out of the vehicles. They took stuff out of our carport. They tried to get in the house. We have it all on camera, which I'm sure I'm showing right now on the film that you guys are seeing on the video.
Yeah.
So
backing up, I forget exactly which day that is. It might have been
Tuesday.
Wednesday.
It was my birthday night. Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, 3:45 in the morning.
Okay, so Wednesday morning, I wake up to go start my work truck and all the regular stuff that I do, and all the toolboxes are opened up in my work truck. I have a flatbed with side boxes on it, and all of the toolboxes are open, and the stuff in my cab is all moved around, and I'm thinking, well, sheesh, the kids must have been playing and just, forgot to close it back up and whatever. So I didn't really think much of it until Anna called me and she said, hey, do you know anything about why the papers in the truck are all moved around and in disarray? And I said, well, actually, it's funny you ask because my truck was the same way. So putting the pieces together, obviously we decided somebody had gone through our stuff. So I forget the time of events, but I think you talked to some of the neighbors and they had it happen too.
So it started with we couldn't find Jacob's shoes. Jacob has some red shoes that he had left outside right by the door, just because they were a little bit dirty. He just took them off right by the door, and he left them in the carport, and he could not find his shoes. And Jacob is a very meticulous, organized boy and clean. He knows where everything is all the time. So it was very strange for him not to be able to find his shoes. That's a different story if we were talking about Paul, but for Jacob. So anyway, he couldn't find his shoes. So that just really kind of set me off like, they're like actually really gone. And then we got in the truck about 12:30 to leave, and I realized that all the maps were out. Everything that was in the center console was like out on the seats and just really in disarray. And so I was really confused. That's when I called Mark and was like, hey, what happened last night? Because I had been upstairs. It was my birthday, and I was having like my own little spa night, by myself. And Mark had been downstairs with the kids. So I thought maybe he sent a kid outside to find something in the truck, and they just tore it apart looking for it. I don't know. So anyway, when I called him and he said, well, that's interesting because my truck was kind of the same way. That's what triggered us. And that's when I texted neighbors, texted Paula, several neighbors, and some of them had said that they had, things missing or could tell that someone had gone through their stuff too. So that's when we decided to call the police, make a police report, and look through our cameras. And I'm sure you've seen that footage by now of the guy who was trying to get in our house. So that was a little scary. It caused us to clean up our cameras, add some more exterior lighting.
Yeah. Well, so the scary part was that he actually checked to see if our house was unlocked. If you roll back in that footage, he goes back and forth in our carport where my truck is parked, and he actually checks to see if our house is unlocked. So just knowing that if it wasn't, it could have been a totally different story.
Yeah.
So that was kind of spooky. I don't mind losing a pair of shoes, and he took a baseball bat and a cordless drill out of the work truck. So that kind of stuff is, we can replace that, but if he were to come into the house, that's totally
a different story. Yeah.
So like Anna said, that evening, coming home, checking the cameras, making sure, okay, that's actually what happened.
Yeah.
Adding the lighting and
Yeah.
and all that stuff.
Changed out some bulbs,
and then just really kind of got our ducks in a row for home security. You know, had a quick rundown of how to operate firearms.
All the
and,
firearms
you know,
are cleaned
all
and
that
ready
stuff.
to go.
So, and that's still the case, that they're there.
We do live out in the country, so you would think someone robbing out in the country would understand that people out here shoot stuff that comes in the dark. Like, we have guns and we shoot stuff, so.
Yeah, yep. So anyway, that was that, you know, and then I was actually out of town for work that next evening, and so Anna was on her own, and she had to fend for herself. So I'm sure she stayed up all night.
I did. I didn't sleep.
No.
Well, 20-minute increments. I slept for 20 minutes, get up and look, check everything. Sleep for 20 minutes, get up and look, that kind of thing. So.
Yep. Anyway,
Yeah.
so that was that level of excitement. Like I said, that wasn't the good kind of excitement. Anna's birthday was a much better level of excitement.
And even on my birthday, this is like the best level of excitement. We actually unexpectedly received an offer on our house from someone who had seen the house at an open house months ago, and they just kept coming back to it. They wanted to see what else was on the market, and then they decided to come back to this one, and they saw that it was off the market. So they just checked with, you know, agents and everything, and heard the story, and sure enough, they actually really loved the place. We gave them all the information that we had from inspections, the issues that we had before with the CCNRs. We made sure they saw all of that before we, you know, took any steps forward. And they were on board with everything. Nothing scared them off, and they seemed pretty serious. And so they put in an offer, and long story short, we are under contract. So
yeah. So
that
far,
was really
it's
exciting.
been a really easy process. Just comparing these buyers to our first buyers, so far it's been really easy. There really hasn't been any challenges though, so I'm curious. You know, I think it's tomorrow. There's supposed to be another inspection. They wanted an asbestos test and a dry rot and pest.
Yeah.
So, you know, we really haven't had any challenges to their kindness, but so far, they've been really easy to work with.
Very flexible, very diligent in getting stuff done and scheduled, and taking on some of the weight themselves instead of putting a lot of the weight on us for things. So it's been a very different experience than the first people we were under contract with, and then all those failed attempts and all that kind of stuff. So we're hopeful that this is the right timing and the right buyers, and we're hopeful that it'll work out. So we will keep you posted, but I do believe right now we have to get to church. So we are going to let you go, and we're going to close this out, and we will see you again next week.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, and to be continued on the house
Yes.
update.
So that was our weekly update. I don't know what week we're on right now.
I don't know. It's the 20th of December.
Yes. So, okay, very good. Anything you want to say before I turn her off?
Well, so the only thing that I wanted to say is the house update. I was a little reluctant actually to give it house update because the first go around, you know, we were very public and broadcasting, you know, hey, this is what's going on, this is what we're doing. And then it all just kind of fell apart, and there was a level of embarrassment and stuff. So this is an update with some reluctancy, knowing that, you know, we've kind of been here before. So
True. I feel that.
anyway, we'll see.
We'll see. All right. Very good. Thank you guys for being here, and we will catch up again soon.
Yep. See you
Bye.
guys. Yeah. Come on, Buddy the elf. Yeah. All right, suckers. Give him the old Buddy the elf treatment. Looks like you run out of bullets. Ah!